the thing is making music. I think makes time stand still. Like where you think everything is, as obvious to you. Like, oh, I'm doing this, this, and this. Like audiences and kids are just doing their own thing. It's like you constantly have to reintroduce yourself to newer audiences, and this is shit you don't realize until you pass your first wave of success or your second wave of success, because everyone's always pushing the young thing, and then you have to kind of, I don't say work harder, but you kind of have to
not cater, but also be aware.
Sometimes I use the roots, but it's like going from one chord to another. Sometimes it might sound sweeter, when you're playing the notes that are closest to the. They teach that in like music theory, like if you're gonna switch from like a C to a D, like notes that are closest to the switch up.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing like the root, like going from. So that's like doing the root, like C minor to. Or you could do it like it's switching from the C minor to the F minor, but instead of playing the C up here, I'm just it's a vibe. But it just gives you multiple variations to choose from. Of course, it'll probably clog your brain up. Which one to do it, but there's a freedom to it,
See, this is for me. This is like the perfect work. It's the melodies, isn't it? Loop it and then just you play some little bits like that, and we can just
whatever you want to do. I was just fucking around.
No, but that's it. That was actually. Give me sort of like Kerry Chandler sort of vibe.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. I think it's best to just get things in there and see if it works or not.
It kind of sounds like in the vein of what you've already done, like with the other track, but like it can work with your style.
This is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think I quite like not that it's totally, but like a cutesy vocal.
Yeah.
I think it kind of.
You can series it up with the production.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that.
Which one? The young and dumb one. We can start with this one, and we could always do a second one.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is only my opinion, right? But I feel like instead of trying to rush to the finish line and finishing, because you've got 6 hours, you be writing them a drum and chord progression with the idea, knowing what key that other demo is in, that you know you're going to get that.
Yeah.
An idea that.
Yeah, of course.
Well, what do I know?
It's been a chaotic couple weeks,
I can imagine.
And I'm not that. I'm a little flaky anyway.
No, I get that. I think you know what, it's one of them where I feel like people, managers understand actually that half the things they send, you've got your own knife essentially.
Yeah.
So like when you're not kind of in work mode, they kind of just get slipped under the radar, right?
Yeah. The first one was the one that felt like it was a little stuck.
That thing sounds better.
Yeah, I was just like, it was just the first impression, but like I said, like you could always tweak it.
I need this. You tell me what kind of sounds right and what doesn't. I think it's sometimes like when you're writing and I think, oh, actually I've got this thing that might work layered.
Yeah.
Oh, that, do you know what I mean?
I'm open to whatever, bro. Seriously.
Stem extraction. What's that? Just bounces all the stems, right?
It separates everything. It's great for sampling purposes. Okay. I'm going to show you something while you're doing your thing.
Yes.
Do your thing, and I'll load it up and I'll show you.
Perfect. Yeah,
I like sharing wisdom.
No, this is what I like, because in Logic you can export everything as one visual spend. I just upgraded this from a desktop, and it was the worst thing because the way that I was working and all of my samples and everything, kind of, if they weren't saved in a proper place, I kind of had to start from scratch again. I remember working on an old Mac was one of the worst things ever. But you think got it, like, you think like it work, it's alright. I think I'm not as, I was kind of just like saving things. And
I use extraction software. Record that, or like, how's that sound to you? Do you want me to change it, or do you?
No, that sounds great. That sounds great. Do you reckon we could do that, and then maybe some holds, chords, and then some variations?
Yeah.
Of it? And then,
of course, yeah. And then also you can switch it out to a string and hold it, or it's like something like a pad type thing.
Yeah, wicked. I've actually got a really good feeling about this.
Yeah, good.
I don't wanna be young and dumb, crazy with anyone be good with.
Noise just over it, so it gives it that airy sound to it. Try it that way. Like I said, I'm just trying to fulfill your vision of.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, it might. The vision is slightly warped.
What's that? What's that?
That beachy sort of feel.
Is it cool or not?
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm just gonna leave it there for now and then try to play a soft pad underneath and just see how it sounds with that. But I just know if I had the noise with the pad, it's just gonna make it sound way too harsh.
This sounds wicked.
I didn't have to do it for this long. Just gonna do a simple synth pad, and then we can work on whether you like that sound or not. Sure.
Pretty much, because I'm a man of a simple taste, really, when it comes to tunes.
Well, that's part of your style.
Exactly.
Just to find a mellow synth, because I heard the string idea that you were saying, but I think the regular organic string sounded a little too harsh, something a little more mellow. Yeah. That's the only thing I would try to experiment with. Make it louder. It might be fighting the bass note and the kick on that.
Really? Yeah.
Well, I mean, it depends on.
I think it doesn't quite sound in my head. It sounded a lot more kind of tight, actually.
Maybe the sound needs to be a certain sound to have it that low.
Try that, just the one note.
Yeah.
Just doing the root.
And I can also change the sound too. So I don't know what you hear in your head. So can I try something? You mind if I try something? So,
Please. Yeah.
Again, if you're hearing something, I want to try to bring it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to get it exactly the way you hear it in your head, or it might sound good in your head, but not translate well once it comes out.
Exactly. Exactly.
I figured it'll match the
Yeah.
and then just put it low enough in the background.
Yeah, that sounds wicked. Oh, this is it.
You know what I'm saying?
This is perfect.
Okay,
that's exactly what I was after.
Yeah, well, I'm saying that's kind of what I heard in my head, a more of a paddy synth string, warm analog.
You should have just gone with what you were thinking the whole time.
I'm not an alpha. Like I said, I'm not one to.
No. Just when I was thinking low sound.
Yeah, that was
it
kind of.
always just fills it out.
Yeah,
wicked.
Again, sometimes it's just hard to know what you're hearing in your head, how to describe it. Funny how you could be on top of the world for the packed house and people cheering, and then all of a sudden tumbleweed and crickets in the next place. I want to import it back into your thing because the tempo is like, I'm like, this is sounding off because it's not exactly 135 in there. So I don't know what's going on, but I just did it by ear instead. So I'll bounce it out and then we could just align it. So make sure while I'm here.
Okay.
It's
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Wicked.
okay, so what did it
Oh.
I'll switch out this last one and just put something else there real quick.
Okay. There's enough variation to kind of structure
Yeah.
it, right? Yeah, wicked.
Okay, I'm gonna just see if I can put another sample there because I think it sounded like clashy. Like once was fine, but. Tonight for your party?
That is a good question.
And they canceled my show, which was fine because I was switching the time anyway, but I never thanked them for like, you know.
Oh, no, of course. You can always, fade out.
Exactly, but as long as you have, you could always